Julie, I'm sorry, you're going to have to say what and who that was again, because I don't know if I can pronounce any of that.
I think it's Ivor.
Uh-huh.
I could be wrong there. And it's Trollabundan.
Wow. Immediately it sounds Scandinavian anyway, doesn't it? It really does. Interestingly, before you came up today, Sarah and I were talking about music, and you also mentioned this artist, along with another one that Julia's got on her list. How did you find out about these artists? Did you know about them through Julia, or...?
Well, I don't know why, but I've got a minor obsession with the Faroe Islands.
Immediately I think that's quite odd, but Julia is nodding furiously in the background. Have you as well?
Absolutely. I have such a desire to go there and be in a little tiny cottage on a hillside and not be interrupted and just draw.
So it's about the solitude, is it, do you think? And
it's the majesty.
Landscape?
It's a really dramatic landscape. So it's very cliffy, hilly, very small. So it's almost like these islands, they're almost like stacks, and the shapes of the hills are really distinctive. It gets really like super green, and like green is green, but super green in the summer. And it's just that in contrast with like the greyish sky and the grey sea. It's just dramatic in every way.
And by the sounds of things, these artists, that music does sort of encompass that,
very
doesn't it?
Very raw, very natural, very kind of at one with nature. And the architecture is gorgeous as well. It's the little red houses with tiny slate roofs and wooden cladding, and they're all in sort of reds, whites and dark greys and that sort of charcoaly colour, and it's just beautiful.
I kind of feel you two going on a bit of a girly adventure here to the Faroes. I think that's...
we're there in a previous life.
Yeah, possibly. I had no idea you were into the Faroe Islands as well. But
there you go. It's a thing, obviously. Do you ever sort of look at the artwork you create, Julia, and think, I want to live in that?
Oh, when I'm doing it, I am in it. And sometimes Dave will come into my studio and he'll ask me something. It'll take me a while to come back. You'll just wait. He said, "You look like a rabbit in the headlights," because I'm lost for weeks sometimes in where I'm drawing from. Sometimes don't want to come back at all.
Describe your studio for me.
It's full of curiosities of all sorts of oddness. Full to the point of it's hard to find a surface. There's books everywhere. It's a wooden little studio in the end of the garden.
It's like a little cottage in the woods.
It is, and it's right at the bottom of Glen Elfin, so it's just surrounded. This time it's bluebells and sunshine and birds. It is the archetypal studio that I wanted when I saw there was a book done in the 70s of these fantasy artists. And I thought, I want a studio like that. I think it was Bernie Wrightson or somebody like that. And it was just full of skeleton and bits and odd bits of sculpture. And, well, not, it's just full of stuff. Oh, that's a nice feather. I'll stick it into my fake skeleton and I'll put a little cupcake container on the top of it. And it's a full thing. And there's dinosaurs and there's beetles and there's bones and there's all sorts of things that you'd normally find in an artist studio, and a cat.
That you would normally find in an artist studio, I'm sure. The thing I love about your work and what you're describing now is you would think that it was kind of sort of dark and haunting, but actually it's fun and magical and sort of ancient feeling and, as I said before, powerful. It doesn't feel dark at all, but if you were to describe the subject matter, you would sort of assume it would be.
Yeah, in some parts there is a severe darkness, but within that there's a purity. And hopefully, I read a quote from Vincent van Gogh this morning. Vincent van Gogh, don't know which is art is to console the people who have been broken by life. And so if you can find something in a picture that speaks to you, whatever that is, whether it's the pretty little flowers or whether it's the bit of offal on the floor, it speaks to you. And so there can be some very, very dark things in there, but there will also be a balance of something that hopefully is so pure that somebody can find the joy in that bit, and somebody can find the comfort in knowing that somebody else feels that bit down there. And so yeah, hopefully there's always something for somebody.
That's
Yeah.
beautifully put.